Hello, my name is Trydar. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build a Roman house in Minecraft. No, not that one. We did that one last time. We're going to be doing this one today. Let's get started. So for the astute observers among you, you may notice that these two houses bear a strong resemblance to each other. And that is because this house here is the same as that house, except we have an addition. Tacked on to the side here, we have a nice Corinthian portico. A little covered porch area where we can sit and enjoy the sunset or the sunrise and keep watch over our lands and everything. Just a little upgrade to our first level of house. This is going to be like a type 2 of that house. As I said, I have a series of about 11 or 12 houses like this, starting with a small one, and each house we are going to take a different part of it and add something new to it. So as you can see here today, we're taking the first house and we're going to be adding a portico to it. And the next video after this, I think we will add perhaps a wing on the left side over there. But for today, we're just going to be doing a little portico. But I'm going to assume that you haven't seen the first video, so we are going to take the entire house again in sequence, layer by layer, and everything. So let's take a look at that. So on the inside, you can see here we have a little sign. You can write that whose house it is on the front if you want to. And of course on the inside we have a generous amount of space as well. A good Roman mosaic floor, a very non-Roman fireplace and chimney. That's a more modern addition, but you can say that this house was renovated in more recent times perhaps. We have moved the ladder from where it was over there to the attic over here. Good place for you to have some storage or whatnot. But over here, of course, we have another door, which, of course, leads out to our brand new attached portico we have to our house. Like so. Let's just take a look at the back here. As you can see, the back is pretty much the same. We have our small house. We're just extending it off to the left over here to add a little portico. Otherwise, they are pretty much identical. But, of course, you're going to need more materials to build the bigger house with the portico and everything. And for that, you are going to need the following list of materials. So let's go through this in detail. You will be needing 412 blocks of diorite, 254 blocks of tuff, 7 blocks of cobbled deep slate for the fireplace, 1,016 blocks of cobblestone, 185 oak planks, 394 oak tree trunks, 136 cobblestone slabs, 89 stone brick slabs, 160 deep slate tile slabs, 45 oak stairs, 9 ladders, 44 cobblestone stairs. For the windows, each you will need 38 blocks of light blue stained glass full blocks and panes, 327 stone bricks, 36 chiseled stone bricks, 273 stone brick stairs, 17 trapdoors for the planters, and some other things. 129 oak slabs, 4 cobblestone walls, 1 door sign, 4 large ferns, 1 dark oak door, 257 red nether brick for the roof. For our mosaic floor, we need 70 blocks each of blue and black glazed terracotta. Of course, for the planters, we just need 4 blocks of grass or dirt or possibly podzol. So all told, not too bad on the list of materials. Pretty survival friendly, I would think. So if you want to build perhaps one of those houses somewhere, and you can build perhaps one of these houses somewhere else, you will have enough houses to make a small little Roman suburb by the time we are done with this particular series. So the dimensions are as follows. Now the red here marks out the dimensions. The house fits inside the red, so it's going to be 1 block less all the way around. But the red rectangle is 31 by 23, and of course it's 24 blocks tall, and that's from here all the way up to the top. There is a little bit of cobble down here below, which would make it 25th level for the porch and everything on the front and on the side, like you see here. But as I said, the tutorial is formatted in the usual way. We're going to be taking this 1 block level at a time. And we'll take a look at all the blocks in sequence in enough detail for you to be able to pause the video and replicate the build. And of course, if you need to, as always, the world is available for a download in the video description for both Java and Bedrock versions. All right. So with all that out of the way, we now need to take a look at the foundation. And for this foundation, I think it'd be easier if we just start back over here in this corner. So we want to lay down some cobblestone. And behind that, we want to lay down crosses of tuff. 5 blocks of tuff like you see there. And then we want to have a little planter box right there with the trapdoors on the sides of the grass block and everything. And then another cross of tuff. And then skip 3 blocks and do another cross of tuff, a planter, and some tuff. And of course, skip 1 block, another cross of tuff, and 1 block here to get to the house. Same deal back here for this as well. Let me show you that from the top down. Be the easiest thing. And then once you have the columns placed down, you can go ahead and place a line of tuff right here. And then in the middle, of course, we want to have some chiseled stone bricks, some stone brick stairs, and some cobblestone stairs here. All right, turn the corner and leave a block here and continue on with your tuff. And in front of that, of course, we want to put more bases for the window frames is what we're doing here. These are the bases for the window frames. They're all going to be this size here, except for this one in the middle. This one's going to be 5, but otherwise they're going to be 4. And then just turn the corner here. Place more tuff in a window frame. And over here we've got a 3x3 block of tuff, which forms the base of our chimney stack. And then another window. Turn the corner. Another window. And then over here you can see we have a pattern of tuff laid out for our front porch. Just like you see done here with, of course, a little bit of stone brick stairs in the middle right there. And so, let's get tight in and give you a good look of the entire sequence for the foundation. And you can see beneath that where we need to place the cobblestone and everything. So I will let you do that. And with that done, we will continue on to the next phase. All right, so over here, let's start at the front now. So you need to place stone brick stairs 4 against each other right there for the bases of our Corinthian columns. Behind that, we have a few blocks of cobblestone here, some stone bricks, more chiseled stone bricks, and upside down stone brick stairs here for the bases of the window frames. Over here we have the same deal. All the column bases are going to look identical. Just on top of all the blocks, on all the 5x5 crosses of tuff you laid down, or rather the 5 block crosses of tuff you laid down, you want to put stone brick stairs facing each other like so. And do that for all of those. And of course, behind that for the house, we wanted to turn the corner and build another window frame, some cobblestone stairs, and a window frame. Turn the corner, window frames all along the back right here. Stone bricks behind those, as you can see. And then window frames, stone bricks, and more window frames. Like so. All right, now behind that, I think you can rather clearly see the pattern we have here. For the floor, you can see we are using the blue and black glazed terracotta in a checkerboard pattern. And you can randomize the direction these things face. If you just like put one there and then move and put another one there and just move around, you know, just randomly placing these. You can get them to face, oh, I broke one. You can get them to face in any direction that you want to. You can also get a pattern out of these if you place like one here, then 90 degrees, and then here, and then there, and then like that. And they'll make a pattern, but I will leave it to you. If you've got a particular block of glazed terracotta you like better than this design, you can, of course, use that. And we've got a few blocks of cobbled deep slate over here for the chimney stack. Now over here we've got a little bit of wood for the doorway, just like we had for the front, and I'm really not sure why this is here. This should definitely be stone bricks. All right, with that done, let's move on here to the next phase. Take a quick look at this. Here at the front, you can see we're placing individual blocks of diorite. If you want to, you can go ahead and stack these up to 6 blocks tall in total of diorite for our column shafts, like you see back over there on the house. Behind that, we have some fern planters by the door, trap doors on grass blocks or whatever. And then here for the doorway, we have we'll take a look at the outside first, and then we'll take a look at the inside. So for the outside, we have cobblestone and diorite, like you see there. Here along the front. Same deal for all these columns. You can go ahead and stack all these 6 blocks tall of diorite. You can also go ahead and plant your ferns in these little planters here if you want to as well. But as you can see here, we've got diorite, oak tree trunks for our doorway and everything right there. And just diorite and cobble along the back, like so. And the side as well, cobblestone for the chimney stack. You will tell through this house every time we put down cobble, we're going to be putting stone bricks on top of that, and then we'll put another layer of cobble on top of that. And we will be layering the building that way. All right, that's the outside. Let's take a look at the inside here. So you can see, of course, we have our oak tree trunks in various configurations. They're either standing straight up or they're on their sides for the window sills and everything. Here, a bit of detail for the chimney. Of course, here where we have these torches, you can place down some campfires. I didn't include that on the list of materials, but I do expect you to put some campfires down here for your fireplace, of course. What it's designed for. So back here we have here's the pattern for the oak tree trunks. Pretty simple pattern. I don't think you'll have any trouble with that. And that's the interior done. All right, next phase, you can see here for the windows, we're using the light blue stained glass. You can see we have full blocks and panes. On top of these, we're going to be alternating. So every time you see a full block and a pane, on top of this, we're going to put a pane and then a full block. And since we're relatively nearby the house, I'll fly back here for a moment and just show you that in detail. Make a little bit more sense. And you can see this pattern here for the windows. Of course, you can always just put either only panes or only full blocks in there, but I like to alternate them in a checkerboard pattern that way because it makes the windows look more interesting. It just gives us a little hint of texture without having to do too much to get it. That's the same reasoning behind alternating the cobble and the stone bricks, by the way. Okay, so over here, just like so, you can go ahead and install your doorway if you want to as well. Building out your stone bricks and your diorite and your glass for all of this over here. And for every window and every window frame all around the house. And stone bricks for the chimney frame. All right, let's move on the inside now. Details for the oak paneling and everything. Some walls and cobblestone slabs and deep slate here for our fireplace. You go ahead and put in your other doorway right there. It leads out to our porch. Like so, and that's all of that one. So let's go on to this next phase over here. So next one, you can see we are alternating the panes on top of the full blocks and everything, just like I said. Otherwise, the window frames are the same, and we're alternating back to cobblestone. Then you can go ahead and put down your sign to claim your house and plant your ferns. Just like so. Detail here for the side doorway. And windows along the back. And the windows on the side here with the chimney stack. All right, next phase. Let's try and start at the same point every time. So over here, you can see we're reversing our glass yet again and building window frames, and we've alternated back to the stone bricks. Not too difficult. This easy part. We'll be getting to the roof fairly shortly. And we'll have to slow down a little bit on that. But yeah, I think you can see how to build all of that without too much explanation. So let's move on to the next phase where, of course, as you can see, we're... actually, let's not. I forgot to show you the interior of this phase. Silly. Okay. So here we are. We've got a trap door over here, by the way, to hide part of the chimney. Because we want our interior to be all wood. But we do want to have a solid chimney, so we just hid that with the trap door. But otherwise, we're extending up everything just like usual with all the oak and everything on the inside. All right, now we can go on to this phase. Where, of course, we're doing pretty much the same thing. We're, in general, we're stacking everything up just like we did before. There's only going to be some small details like the alternating over here for the door frame. On the front and on the side. Just like so. If you want to, with the oak tree trunks, you could strip them if you wanted to have a little bit of a different texture in this, or you can also just use an entirely different kind of wood. You could use spruce in here if you wanted to, or you could even try out the new mangrove. I haven't tried that out yet. It's a little bit of red for my taste. It's not as bad as the acacia, or the it's not the warped. It's the crimson. But it's still a good wood texture though. Of course, for the more adventurous among you, you may even want to try out birch. But I'm not a big fan of birch. I have to say, it's one of the least useful woods down there with jungle. I usually like to stick to oak and spruce because they're generally the two types of wood that are the most commonly available as well. But for tutorials and things, I also like to use, in general, the cheap materials. Everything, like for the diorite and everything, you could, if you wanted to, upgrade your house with perhaps some calcite. If you find yourself a nice geode somewhere. All right, next phase over here, we've got some details. So we're capping off the window frames here with some diorite, as you can see, and in the corners, we're putting upside down stone brick stairs. And here for the doorway as well. And indeed, every window around the house, we're doing the same. Just like so. And the windows around the back. And around the side. All right, let's take a look at the interior now. So the interior is easy. You're just laying oak tree trunks on their sides and a big rectangle all the way around the room. All right, next phase here. We want, on top of our column shafts, we want to have upside down cobblestone stairs. And we're going to put stone brick stairs upside down on top of that. Of course, to represent our acanthus leaves for the Corinthian capitals. For the windows, you want to have upside down stone brick stairs going straight across. Same for the doorway. And do the same for all these columns on the side here. All 6 of those. And for the window and door frame on the side here as well. One's on the back and one's on the side, just the same. All right, for the interior, we want to have some upside down oak stairs and big rectangle all the way around the room for some nice crown molding. Of course, not here where the ladder is. We have to have a little one block so we can crawl up into our attic. Just like so. Next level up here, as you can see, we're putting the ceiling on our roof, and we're doing, of course, the upside down stone brick stairs like I told you here to finish off our Corinthian capitals. Of course, it wouldn't be a good Roman house without some Corinthian capitals on it. Here we have details. We have a little bit of diorite hiding behind some stone brick slabs right there in a little semicircular pattern. Well, you know, Minecraft. Semicircular as we can get. With just a couple of blocks over here, of course, we have the same deal for the doorway, except we're going to have another half slab up here to have a triangular detail instead of a semicircular one. And the detail's the same here for the side under the portico. And the details around for the back. And I think you're ahead of me. You already know what we're doing on the side. Let's take a look here at the floor, though, from the top down. You can see we have a very simple design of oak tree trunks laying on their side to serve as beams. And in the middle, we have just some oak slabs to serve as coffers to finish off our ceiling as well. Just like so. And if you want to, you could possibly hang yourself down a little chandelier with a chain and some candles and everything. It'd be a nice little upgrade for the house. Of course, you know, I'm recording this on 1.12, so I don't have those. Okay, now that we've done our columns, of course, you know what comes next. That's right, the entablature. So for our house, the entablature design is going to be done of tuff, and then diorite stacked on top of that. So you can see here on the corner, just start with tuff, and then make a little rectangle connecting the front porch portico with some blocks of tuff right there. Extend them off over here. Of course, we're getting ready to add the roof to our portico now. So of course we want to add the tuff blocks here, like you see. Right here, pretty much a big rectangle. And of course we want to connect with some lintels of tuff the underside of the portico. Like so, and then just straight tuff along the back and along the side here, except for where the chimney is. And here, you don't have to, this doesn't have to be tough really. You can make that cobblestone if you want to. It probably should be cobblestone. Like so. And on the interior, you can see we just have a simple pattern of oak tree trunks stacked up vertically. All right, next phase here. So on top of all the tuff we just laid down, go around and put diorite on top of all of it. Just like so, like you see here, all the way around the house. Like so, except for where the chimney is. But underneath our portico, we want to have our diorite hang in a block. Right there to make this pattern here. And on the interior here, easy, just lay down some oak planks for our attic area. All right, next level up. This should be a relatively easy phase here. So you want to lay down a bunch of cobble, but on the front, you can lay down cobble on top of all this diorite here. But in front of that, we want to put down a cornice of upside down stone brick stairs. We want to have some slabs hanging out in particular locations here for the raking cornice for our roof. Because, you know, the roof has to rake over the house a little bit. And it's a cornice, so that's why it's called the raking cornice. Same deal for the pediment along the front here, our very small pediment and everything. Underneath here, just finish that off with some cobblestone. But do the same all the way around the house. Upside down stone brick stairs with the raking cornice on the sides. Just like so, and then straight along the back. And everything like that there. On the interior, pretty easy. Lay down not oak slabs. Well, there are going to be some oak slabs. They're oak planks first, and then the oak slabs here. And why is that a stair? That should be a slab. And so should this one. Looks like I missed that little detail on this build. But yeah, you want to make those oak slabs instead of oak stairs. And then just fill everything else in behind that with cobblestone like you see done here. So next phase, kind of a difficult one. We're starting our roof with our roof tiles and everything. All right, so let's start back here at the front. I'll show you here the design for the pediment. Lots of slabs and full blocks here for everything. Stone bricks, cobblestone, and diorite. Cobblestone slabs on top of the cornice. And behind that, you want to have this pattern here of deep slate tiles and red nether brick. Just like so for our good red Roman roof tiles. Of course, we have even more roof tiles over here for our pediment. And same design over here for that as well. Full blocks and then slabs everywhere else. Slabs with diorite behind that. Same deal for the corner. More roof tiles along the back, just like so. And then same deal on this side over here for the roof eave that has the chimney attached to it. All right, for the interior, you want to have an oak tree trunk laying on its side all the way across for a beam, and then oak slabs. And these here should be oak slabs to match these other two roof beams. And then here you can see we just have a little construction gap there. On top of that cobblestone, which should fill in the underside of the pediment like so here. Now if you want to here, I would advise adding a couple of torches. Probably right there. To light up things just a little bit. Of course, I don't really emphasize the torches because that's kind of an individual thing. But you know, if you're going to be doing this in survival, you're going to need many more torches than what I have put down here, because you don't want things, you don't want creepers spawning on your house and blowing the whole thing sky high. That'd be really bad. So remember to light up your builds. So here details for finishing off the front pediment and the tympanum and everything. That's what this little front recessed triangle is called. It's called the tympanum. If you want to, you can put a torch there as well. But some people will call it a tympanum. But I think they say that word too fast when they do that. So I slow it down a little bit. So here details, you can see the roof tile pattern is just the same as it always is. It's a checkerboard pattern of red nether brick and deep slate tiles, with of course just a hint of ribbing with the cobblestone. Right there like so, and the same deal for the pediment on the side for the porch. So same deal along the back here, repeating patterns for the roof tiles. No surprises there. And same deal on the side here for the chimney stack. Let's drop down in here and take a look. You can see we just got another repeating pattern in here for the roof and everything. You can see you're just building the same thing that you did, except it's 2 blocks farther over. All right, next phase here in the home stretch now. Just a few phases left to go. So here, same detail for the roofing. You may already be ahead of me in this respect. You can see it's just a repeating pattern, and it's heading towards the top here. You've got a little ridge line of cobblestone slabs right here for the pediment at the front, like so, and a couple of blocks of diorite. And if you want to go ahead and build your diorite like that, you can finish that off there with just a little decorative finial on the top. And same deal over here for the roof. You may already be ahead of me in building that, but I'm going to try and document everything for the sake of completeness. Because not everyone builds everything at the same speed. Some people really need things to be more slowed down and every block to be looked at and all that good stuff, so I do try and do that for you. And I think if I'll just break a slab here, well, I think that was a full block. No, never mind, that was a slab. So you can see here we have the finished design for the interior of our attic in our roof. Be a good storage building for you if you want to. So over here in the home stretch now, you can see the details we have here, of course, to finish off the roof tiles and everything, just like so, with our cobblestone ribbing and everything. I'll just give you a top-down view of this. It'd probably be the easiest thing. But yeah, you can see where all that was going, and you probably already finished this off over here, I think, too. And this side over here as well. All right, next to last phase. On top of that, we just want to put down a simple cobblestone ridge line across the roof, all the way back over here to our pediment. And then, of course, more stone bricks and everything for the chimney stack. And to finish off the chimney stack, we have just more cobblestone diorite and then some cobblestone with an upside-down cornice of stone brick stairs. A big rectangle around that. And then stack up 2 layers of tuff on the top right here. And if you want to as well, you could place a couple of blocks down there to make sure nothing will drop into your chimney. And you can place some campfires up here so you can have the maximum amount of smoke particles coming out of your chimney as well. And once you have done that, you can move all your stuff in, and your version 2 or Mark 2 or however you want to say it, a Roman house with the expanded pediment on the side will be complete. So I hope you have enjoyed the tutorial for the Mark II Roman house. Remember, of course, the world is available for download in the video description for both Java and Bedrock versions. And we will, of course, be taking this house here that we built and expanding it yet farther with a 3rd and 4th video until we get to somewhere probably around 11. But I want to thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.